Hello everyone, welcome to group tonight. My name is Teresa and I'm the facilitator. This is a support group for addiction, substance use, and I know sometimes how counseling can be very overwhelming and stressful, and especially in a group setting. But as I said, this is a support group. We're here for one another. So I want you to feel like this is a safe environment for you to open up, talk, and be supportive of one another. There's not any requirements other than just being open and honest and having a willingness to listen to others. There are a few ground rules. One is to attend regularly. The other one is to be on time. Use I statements. Can anybody tell me what use of I statements is?
Use I statements when we, like if I did something, I say, I did this. I don't say, well, Jonathan done this, or say, you should have done that. I should never say something about what he done or his actions. That's his behavior. I need to talk about what I've done. So that's why we always tend to use I statements, focus on our behaviors.
Very good, thank you. Okay. The next ground rule is confidentiality. What is said in here stays in here. We don't want to disclose anything outside of these walls. It's very important that we feel comfortable and be able to open up and say what we need to in here without worrying about that getting outside. No food. I don't have a problem with you bringing drinks to group, but please don't bring anything to eat. I think that could be distracting. This is an open group. We will have members coming in from time to time, week to week. So I just wanted to let you know that. I think that's good because it gives us a chance to meet other people and have other perspectives. We will be meeting on Wednesday nights from 7 until 8. And if you can't come, just try to get here. If you can't, you can call me and let me know. I think a couple of you are my clients. Some of you have been referred from your therapist. I am going to send a sign-up sheet around. I'd like for you to put your name on that. That's a way that your therapist can see that you are attending group. I'd like for you to put your name, your clean time, and also one thing that you're grateful for. Anybody tell me why I think it's so important that you think about why you're grateful or something that you're grateful for?
Just so you don't get focused on the negatives of life. And that's kind of easy to do. And trying to stay positive.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What was clean time?
Yeah.
What was clean time?
The amount of clean time that you've had. I'm going to send a sheet around before we close group, and I'd like for you to put your name, amount of clean time that you've had, and then one thing that you're grateful for. And we're going to go around and introduce ourselves in just a few minutes and talk about a little bit about that, tell your clean time. But I also want you to write it on that sheet. Who wants to go first? Introduce yourself, tell the amount of clean time.
I'm good.
Okay.
My name is Pete. I've been sober for 22 years, and I'm grateful for my family and support of my nuclear family as well as my extended family. They've all been very supportive of me, and even when they probably shouldn't have been, they've always supported me. When I did wrong, when I should have done right, they still supported me. So I'm very thankful for having the family that I've got.
Amount of clean time?
22 years.
That's awesome. What about one thing that you're grateful for? You did say that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very
Family.
good. Family. Okay, good. Would you like to go?
To me, grateful for, I guess my lady and my kids. I mean, she stuck by me with all my issues and problems that nobody else did. So, and of course, kids, they there with you anyway. So I'm there no matter what to them. So thanks for that. Clean time, being honest, I mean, I know I slipped up today. So, I mean, I was with people and I did something today. So I do admit before coming here. So not much clean time.
Okay. Well, we're glad you're here. Glad.
Thanks.
I was glad you're here. Okay.
My name's Ann, and I've had 4 days of clean time. And it's a struggle each day. I'm grateful that I have this group because I have an environment that's not really conducive to staying clean, so I need the support and the help that I get here.
Welcome.
My name name is Kendra Hill, and I've been clean for a year now. And I am grateful for my relationship with God. I have a newfound relationship, and without Him, I wouldn't be where I am today. I didn't really have a support system, and I know that He's the only thing that is constant in my life. So that's kind of how I get through days.
Yeah.
Glad you're here. One thing I did mention I wanted to talk a little bit about is mandated reporting. I am obligated to report any information related to abuse. If somebody says that they're going to harm themselves or harm someone else, and I am obligated to report that. But hopefully that won't be a problem. Does anybody have any questions about that?
I was thinking that. So would you report that too? I mean, like, if we talking about smoking and we did, would you report that too?
No. It's just abuse,
Okay.
physical abuse. If somebody was going to harm themselves or harm someone else, then I would have to report that.
Thanks.
As far as the substance abuse or crimes, crimes, that's not something, as long as it's not physically harming somebody else. So, good question.
Thanks.
Okay, the goal of the group, as I said, it is a support group. The goal is to provide support to help prevent relapse and maintain sobriety. My philosophy, though, I think it's wonderful to maintain sobriety, but my philosophy is to help you be the best person you can be. I want to help you build character and, try to reach your full potential. Be happy, because a lot of things, money and fame and a lot of those things don't make you happy. And I want you to be able to be happy and reach your full potential. The objectives of the group, I have 3 objectives. One is to identify triggers, which are environmental, social, and psychological factors that can contribute to substance abuse. The second is to cope with stressors or cravings, such as stressful situations like new jobs, new relationships. And the third is to learn to think through the outcome of a relapse. If you can think through the relapse, a lot of times you won't go and use. Does anybody have any comments about the objectives? Or?
I would just say, I think, we probably need to go through the thinking through the relapse, because in this right now is, prime time of the year, people are out drinking, everybody's out having fun, it's 100 degrees outside, and everybody's drinking and partying and doing what they want to do. Someone like us, we don't need to be focused in on that, and that can cause relapse.
Absolutely.
So I would just say, we need to be careful right now.
Absolutely. Anybody else? Has anybody had any cravings? I know Jonathan said he used today, and I appreciate you being open and honest.
Well, thanks.
Absolutely.
I have cravings every day, and I usually more so in the evening.
Okay.
So how do you handle yours? I heard Candace said spiritual, but how do you handle yours?
Well, I'm spiritual, right to just a lot of times at this point, I take it easy.
I know in the very beginning, I had to separate myself from the people that I normally was with, because it was too tempting, and I don't feel like I was strong enough to say no.
That sounds like a trigger,
Yeah.
being around people that may influence you.
It's just difficult when it's your family.
I understand, Ms. Penn, do you help with that too? I mean, resources to, because I hear what everybody's saying too, but I mean, that's my environment. That's where I live, that's what I'm around. Like, sure, I don't mind getting somewhere else, but let's say I'm unemployed, I don't have the money to move somewhere. I mean, is that something that y'all can help with too? About
Your
if I'm trying to get
therapist,
somewhere better?
yes, your therapist can help. Are you talking about relocating?
Yeah, I mean, because
housing?
when I leave here, that's where I'm at. I mean, because
How
there's
do
friends of mine
they
that
feel
smoke.
about your recovery process?
Well, they're not supportive. We don't. Only reason I'm here because court mandated. So I don't know what they need. I know I don't want to go to jail again. So that's how they look at it too. They're just trying to avoid going themselves.
Well, we're glad you're here. And there's been other people that's been court mandated, and they have come a long way. And I want you to have hope. I mean, you know, you can get clean and sober and have a good life, be happy. But you have to start somewhere, and so I'm really glad that
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
here.
I'm glad to see that with Kendra and Pete. I don't even know people everybody I know is happy doing it, so I don't know people happy not doing it. So maybe I need to do that, be here more.
Absolutely, and see your counsel on a regular basis as well. I would recommend that as well.
Okay.
You guys have any other comments about triggers or about stressors or thinking through a relapse? Well, I'll see you guys next week. Just come back and be here on time, and we will talk about that and try to be supportive of one another. And if you have any problems between now and then, give me a call or call your counselor. Okay? Thank you.